Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. Before I click through all the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos, just like the Tesla report. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, weekly analysis in the S&P 500 index, the NASDAQ 100 index, and the long bond ETF, the TLT, as well as two individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor, always looking for 20% moves on those stock picks, at the very least 20% moves. You can check everything else I described for free. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. So if you sign up for wickedstocks.com, you can see all of our recent stock picks, all the daily SPY and Triple Q analysis, all the weekly index analysis and the long bond analysis for no cost. And if you don't like what you see, after 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. So on with the charts. Take a look at the big picture, work our way into the day itself. We came off of this channel top a few months ago, and as we were testing it, mentioning how the market is susceptible to, within a month or two, falling to channel support, which we have done several times over the last couple of months. Most recently was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's at 245.08 this week. And in fact, you can make the case that on Tuesday, yesterday, that we actually tested it essentially again. And I say essentially because when you fall into the 1% zone of a long-term line study, that is your buy territory. That is the area you can buy. And that 247.08 low on Tuesday was well inside the 1% mark of 245.08. So we did essentially, once again, test that channel bottom. We came off of it nicely. If we were to close below 245.08 this week, it would need to be a weekly settlement Friday below 245.08 by a 1% margin. That would be a 242.63 settlement or lower on Friday that would set off a meaningful sell signal as we move into November, the next month or two, then likely to fall into this widening zone of meaningful support between 189.51 and 198.39. But we're not there yet. I don't anticipate being there. Holding above 245.08. We'll keep 297.50 in reach by the end of November, over the next 3 to 5 weeks perhaps, and over the next 3 to 5 months, 347.50 in reach as well. It would be a settlement above 297.50 that would accelerate 347.50 to within just another month or two. That is the big picture. And now let's take a look at the daily chart. I'm trying to figure out which one I should show you. I'm going to start with this one for the day. This 245.08 is a horizontal line that represents that 245.08 long-term channel bottom. You can see how close we came to it on Tuesday. And having come off of it, we almost set off a key reversal low. In other words, had we closed above Monday's high, that would have been an outside day settlement above the preceding high. Does in itself indicate aggressive follow-through buying oftentimes. But that didn't happen. Nonetheless, I think it was a positive development, a positive event, having come close to testing 245.08. 261.13 today is our intraday resistance. All the minor points have been carefully chosen, well suited for aggressive day traders. But if you are a day trader who's looking for the trade of the day, looking at this chart, it is buying 245.08 to 246.27. 246.27 is, by the way, the same exact formation, but on the daily chart. I'm going to go back to this chart once again and just mention that holding above 245.08 to 246.27, that is your day trade support, your 3 to 5 day swing trade support, your 3 to 5 week swing trade to support, and as I mentioned earlier, your 3 to 5 month near-term investment support. 261.13 in reach today, able to contain intraday buying pressures, possibly for a good part of the day, but if we push through 261.13, we could test 267.59 intraday, nothing more than a simple trend line off these highs, able to contain daily buying pressures. I will mention that holding above 245.08 maintains a near-term target at 274.30. And so I'd already mentioned how the next 3 to 5 weeks should yield 299.79 earlier. But over the next week or two, 274.30. And that is our meaningful resistance. I would expect it tomorrow if we closed above 267.59 today, but we're not, I don't think, going to close above 267.59 today. Once again, pushing or opening above 261.13 signals 267.59. And this is a level that if you're a day trader and you're long, you can take profits. I'm not crazy about recommending 3 to 5 day swing traders sell 267.59. I think just leave it alone as a day trade level, not a 3 to 5 day swing trade. I do think after having come off of that 245.08 long-term support, after having fallen to within 1% of it on Tuesday, that this market is primed for a meaningful recovery by the end of next week to 274.30, where we can upper right place a weekly high and fall off again from there. It would be a settlement above 274.30 in the coming week or so. That would then clearly set up this 299.79 formation within another week or two. Keep in mind 299.79 is on the weekly chart at 297.50, and I'd mentioned at the top of this video how it should be considered a 3 to 5 week objective anyway. But just know that if over the next week or two we close above 274.30, we should see that 299.79 formation within just another week or two of trade where we can top out on a monthly basis. Downside today, once again, if we close below 245.08, it should be by the 1% margin. In other words, even a daily settlement at 242.63 does carry with it, a sell signal status that I don't see this by Friday, but within 3 to 5 days of closing below 245.08, which is 246.27 on the daily chart, should then yield 225.93. So that is your 3 to 5 day swing trade to the downside right now. It would be a settlement below 245.08. And yes, by the 1% margin, I think is good. I will say this, if you're an aggressive 3 to 5 day swing trader and we close merely below 245.08, I don't think you have to wait for that 1% threshold. But in terms of sell signal clarity, as we move into November trade, we do need to hold to the 1% violation status. So it would be a Friday settlement at 242.63 or lower that would set this market up for a 189.51 to 198.39, 5 to 8 week, 1 to 2 month objective. But no need to spend much time talking about that. The path of least resistance right now is up and above 245.08. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think there is anything else to say. I'm going to leave you with this image, the most appropriate one for the day. That's all I've got for Wednesday's test. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Thursdays. Please click like, share, subscribe, and check out wickedstocks.com. You have a great day.